Hey guys, and welcome to Matthew Vinyl. This is the first video in this series I'm going to start making of me showing off my favourite artists in my record collection. And today is the Easybeats. Now, I have been a fan of the Easybeats since 2022, and in my opinion they're one of the best bands from the 1960s. They're absolutely incredible. So they had a short career, so not many albums and things were released, but regardless, I'm going to show you all of mine. I want to start off with the LPs. And this is their debut LP called Easy from 1965. Now, this is the back. Now, this is not an original, as you may be able to tell. This is a 2019 European reissue on silver vinyl. This company reissued the first 3 albums on silver vinyl. This is the first one here. Now, I'm not going to show you all the colours for every single record, but I will show you this one, just so you have an idea of what it looks like. And this is the vinyl here. See, it's very silver. And all the other releases from this company, as I say, the first 3, they all look the exact same. Now, staying with this album, I've got another copy. Now, this one came out last year in 2023. It's very similar to the other one. However, this is the expanded version that came out in CD in the 90s, but it was put on vinyl for the first time last year. So the track list still has the original LP, but the rest of it are basically songs that should be from that time, but it does have Friday My Mind on it and Lisa, which of course is not from that time period, but most of the songs are. So if you want to look at the track list, that's it right there. So yeah, it's a little bit different back cover to what the original one looks like. And this is on yellow and teal vinyl. I'm not sure if they did it on standard black, but I say mine's on yellow and teal. So there you go. Then back to the first one, in terms of the company. This is It's Too Easy on silver vinyl again from 2019. This is my favourite Easybeats album. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got some amazing songs on it. As I say, this disc looks exactly the same as the Easy one, so I'm not going to show you it, but there you go. Then next up is Volume 3, also on the same company issue. It's pretty much a similar back to the other ones. And there you go. Next up, we have the Good Friday album. However, mine is not an original. Mine is a 1969, I think it's 68 or 69 reissue on the Hallmark Records label. So I will show you what the record looks like. As you might say, mine does come with like a big scratch right there. It happened when I bought it, so it wasn't in my control. It skips part of the song, but the rest of the album, it's absolutely perfect. See, this is a very solid album. It's got some very good songs on it. My favourite, although Easybeats didn't do many covers, my favourite is the cover that they did on this LP, and it's River Deep Mountain High. And their version of Hound Dog is good too. Not as good as Elvis's version, but you know, it's still quite strong. So it's got a lot of good songs on it. It has been reissued once or twice, not recently, but I think the last time was 2016 for Record Store Day. But the original and that copy can go for quite a lot of money, so if you don't have the money to spend or you don't want to spend the money on it, go for this version. It still sounds fantastic. Then next up, we've got the first compilation, the best of the Easybeats plus Pretty Girl. Now this came out last year as a reissue. Very similar to the Easy, the one we saw before. This isn't expanded, of course. This is just the original track listing, and this is on orange vinyl. The last time this was reissued was in 2014 for Record Store Day, and they did a few colours for that one, but this one's just the single orange colour. We'll have a look at the track list again. There you go. Yeah, it's got some very good songs in it. I'd say my favourite from this compilation would definitely be Too Much. I think that song is absolutely great, and of course, you know, it's got Pretty Girl and Friday My Mind and Wedding Ring all all the big hits really you'll need from them. So next up is one of my favourite albums for the Easybeats, and it is Vigil. Now this is an original UK stereo. Yes, it does say mono there. I've got the mono sleeve, but it is the stereo disc inside. Now I've been looking for this album for a long time before I bought this, because it is very expensive. There is 3 versions you can get of this album. You can get this one, which is the UK listing. You've got the Australian one, which is the exact same cover, a different back cover, I believe. However, though, it does have a slightly different track listing. Some songs on this version is omitted from that. But the American one has got a different name. It's Falling Off the Edge of the World, named after the song. And it does have, again, a different track listing. In my opinion, this UK track listing is the best way to hear this LP. Might just be because I'm British myself, but I do like this version better. I'll show you the label of it. There's the label on side 1. And there is side 2. As you can see, it's absolutely in fantastic condition. Bought this off eBay, I think the end of last year, I think it was. But yeah, very happy I've got this. Absolutely amazing. Next up is The Shamed Restrained, an absolutely fantastic compilation. It has pretty much all of the unreleased songs that they did in the 60s. It's great, it's absolutely great. I will show you the Albert's label, one of my favourite labels. It's up there with Apple for me. Just fantastic labels. Now this was released in Australia, of course. I think it was released in Germany as well on a triple white vinyl set. But to my knowledge, it hasn't been reissued since in vinyl. It has on CD, but not on vinyl. So that is the gatefold. We've got some nice photos of the Easybeats in there. And you've also got the full Easybeats discography there as well, which is a nice touch. And it literally has like the whole world. Like it says pretty much what was released everywhere. Yeah. One of my favourite songs of this would be Baby I'm a Comin'. It's an absolutely great song. And Peter's a great song as well. And I'm on Fire is great. Of course, that was the tune that they wrote for Mike Ferber. But very good to have. Now the next compilation I got here. This is pretty much the most famous Easybeats compilation there is. It has 4 sides and it has pretty much all the big hits, all of the good album tracks, some demos on it. It's fantastic. It has pretty much everything they did that is notable, you know. So it is a very good way to get into the Easybeats, and it's got a nice little gatefold here. Of course, this came out in 1980 in Australia and a few other countries. But this is a 2017 UK reissue. Now it's pretty much the same as the other one that came out that year in Australia. The only difference is that the labels is like a bit different at the bottom. That's really it. Not much of a big difference. Probably sound the exact same as the Australian reissue. But that is the label there, a nice orange Alberts. And it comes with a booklet. And it's a very good booklet. On the back it has a little fact file. So it tells you what foods they like to eat when they were born, the favourite song, you know, that kind of stuff. And on the first page you get a very good bit here showing the Easybeats' entire discography across the world. Well, for the main part of the world, you know, it has all the Australian releases, all the British releases, all the American, and then does have some notable. So that's a good way to understand when this single came out, stuff like that. And I'll show you one more page of it. This starts off pretty much saying how the band formed together and when they mixed For My Woman, for example, and when they did that song. You know, it's a good way to learn about the Easybeats and understand how they made the songs and how they mixed them, and you know, when they're released, and you know, facts like that. You know, I'll put this back there, it's not going in, but that's that one. And now this one is very cool. This is the Raven EP LP. Now if you're unfamiliar, there's a label in Australia called Raven Records, and they pretty much issued in the 80s these little EPs of unreleased Easybeat songs, but also some like outtakes and stuff like that. Then they realised that they had obviously have enough tracks to make an LP, so they put all the EP tracks together. See, these are the original EPs there. Now, I'll show you the label. That's it there. This came out in 1982. It's not too hard to find online. I bought this on Discogs for about £10. My favourite one of this is Mandy's, which is one of my favourite Easybeats songs, and it's a shame that it was ever released because it's absolutely fantastic. If you want to see the track list, it is right there. So it has got some really, really good songs on it, so I do recommend it. Now, the last Easybeats LP I got is this one. It's this modern, I think it's from 2020, I think it's from. This is the Easybeats Live at the BBC from 1966 to 1968. Now it has 9 tracks on side 1 and also on side 2. And that's it right there. Some tracks are repeated, but of course, you know, they are from different sessions. So it's very, very good, this. I'll show you the side 1 label. If you're familiar with this label, they pretty much release 60s music, but like the live versions. So it's very cool if you like collecting, you know, live recordings of your favorite songs and stuff. So that's right there. Now we're gonna go to the singles now and EPs. The only EP I've got is this Loving Machine, made by a similar company as the last one, but a different one. This is the Easybeats Live in Germany. And it has got 4 tracks. It has got River Deep, Mountain High, Lay My Bed Gonna Lie In It, Loving Machine, and of course Friday on My Mind. Now obviously the Easybeats never released Loving Machine on an album or a single. This is a live recording and it's a very good cover. So I do recommend it. You can find it easily on YouTube. And I bought this on Amazon, so this is very easy to get. So it shouldn't cost you too much. I think it cost me about £8, I think it was. But there you go. My first single I got of them is Friday on My Mind, a UK copy. Fortunately the sleeve's a little bit ripped at points, but it's still fine. So this is what got me into them. I hadn't heard of them before back in 2021. I heard this song and I was mind blown. I thought they were absolutely incredible. So during 2022 I started liking them a bit more, but I never really got into them until the start of 2023 is when I really got into the band. So this is what started me off. And the B-side, of course, is Made My Bed, Gonna Lie In It. And this is another fantastic song. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, the next one I've got is an Irish copy of Saturday Night and Who Will Be the One. Now, this is very rare. Well, not rare, but quite uncommon. It uses the British matrices, so it sounds just like how the British one would, but of course it is an Irish copy. And they made a mistake on the label. For Harry Vanda, they put Vanda instead of Vanda. So just a little interesting mistake on the label there. And next up, we have got one of my favourite Easybeats songs. We have got Heaven and Hell, and again this sleeve's a bit ripped. I'll get it replaced soon, hopefully. And it's backed with Pretty Girl, another fantastic song. And then we've got an Australian copy, my only original Australian Easybeats record from the 60s. And it is an absolute cracker. And so is the B-side as well. Both amazing. It does have a little tear on the other side there, unfortunately, but I don't mind. I'm happy with it. It's in the original Australian Parlophone sleeve as well, which is even better. Now, staying with the same single, I've got the UK copy from United Artists. There it is there. And there is the B-side as well. Now, my only New Zealand copy. Now, this was released just in New Zealand. It's a different mix, which is very cool to have. And the B-side is Remember Sam, another fantastic song. And this is the original New Zealand Parlophone, which is cool to have as well. It's not for this release, because most of the, you know, LPs on the back were out years before this came out, so, but it's still cool to have a New Zealand sleeve though, regardless. And now put these here first. Now next up, we have the UK copy of Hello, How Are You? With Falling Off the Edge of the World. Again, this is another mix as well, so this is a different mix to the last one that I just showed you. cool to have that. And then we have one of my favourite Easybeats songs, The Land of Make Believe, with We All Live Happily. Now this is a different mix. It's just got some extra hi-hats in it, and I think a few different claps in it, but it is pretty much the same as the LP recording. And we have got Good Times with Lay Me Down and Die. Two great songs. But this is the instrumental version, I believe. I haven't played it in a while, so I can't remember for certain, but I'm pretty sure this is the instrumental version. And that was the end of the Easybeats part of the video. Now the video's not just done yet. I've still got some more records to show. Now these are records that are related to the Easybeats. This could be solo, or it could be Vanda and Young songs, you know, written for other artists. So starting off, we've got a UK promo of Johnny Young and Company, Step Back. This is written by Steve Wright, of course, with a little help from Young, of course, as well. Yeah, this is the UK promo on Decca, so very happy to have this. And as you can see, it is in absolutely marvellous condition, and this is quite uncommon, so I'm very pleased to have it. Next up, we have Los Bravos with Bring a Little Lovin'. Now the B-side is Black as Black, that's their own song, nothing to do with the Easybeats, but this, of course, was a Vanda and Young song given to their Spanish group, and it is a very good cover. Of course, the Easybeats did release it in Australia on the Vigil LP, but not in Britain. But yeah, it's a good version. They're both pretty similar, but if you had to pick one, I'd say this one's slightly better. Now we've got a group that is related to the Youngs. Grapefruit, of course. One of the brothers formed the Grapefruit Band, and this is Dear Delilah. An absolute fantastic song, and the B-side's good as well. The Dead Boot is a good song as well. So very happy to have this. Now we're going to go back to Vanda and Young. Of course, after the Easybeats split up, they went back to London and they recorded some songs with various groups, and they also released their own songs as well under different names. And this is Tramp, Vietnam Rose with Each Day. This is an absolute amazing song on the Young Blood label. Now my copy is a German issue. So let me show you the label. That's the label there, and it's in pretty good condition. Plays all the way great, and it's an absolute cracker of a song. I highly recommend both sides if you haven't heard them already. Absolutely fantastic. Now we've got a new group, the Marcus Hook Roll Band. Of course, this included all the Youngs, including Malcolm and Angus, like all of the Youngs. Even Alexander Young, of course, from Grapefruit. This is Louisiana Lady, as you can see there. This is an American promo from the LA plant. So, there you go. And then next up, we've got a British copy of Stevie Wright's Evie. Of course, everyone in Australia will know this song. Not too known here, but this is the British copy, as I say. And I see my copy is pretty much perfect. Plays through all the way, very lovely. And there you go. To me, all parts of Evie is absolutely great. It's an absolute amazing record. And then back to Vanda and Young again. Of course, they founded Flash and the Pan. This is Hey Saint Peter. Mine is a Portuguese copy. With Walking in the Rain. Walking in the Rain is an absolute fantastic song. It is phenomenal. Now this is the label here on Mercury. And there is side 2. So if you haven't heard any of these songs, I do highly recommend you give them a listen. Now next up we've got John Paul Young with Love in the Air. Very, very popular song from the 70s. Of course, it was written by Vanda and Young, and it's absolutely great. Now, of course, this band would never be a band if it wasn't for the Easybeats, and it is AC/DC. Now, I haven't got too many records. I do have this British copy of Highway to Hell So I know these aren't Easybeats exactly, but to me, they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for George Young and Harry Vanda. Then staying with AC/DC, we have got Nervous Shakedown, British copy again. And the final single is Mark Williams with Show No Mercy. This is an Australian copy. Unfortunately, it does have a little tear there, but the rest of it is in like near mint condition apart from that. So there you go, that's the back, and I will show you the label. Of course, this is from 1990. And You're So Cool is also a good B-side. Now, before I end the video, I have two more records to show. So this is AC/DC's Back in Black. This is a modern reissue. That's it there. And the final record in the video is the Marcus Hook Roll Band, and this is a phenomenal album. As I said earlier when I showed the single, this has all the Youngs on it, plus Harry Vanda, and it is great. My favourite track of this album would definitely have to be Cry For Me. That is an amazing song. But there you go. So that concludes my video on the Easybeats and related. If you want to see anyone else in my collection, just let me know in the comments, and if I have them, I'll make that video. So please like, subscribe, and peace.